Hey, how you doing? It's me again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over how to make kombucha. How many of y'all have ever paid $4 for a bottle of this? I have. Until I watched Off Grid with Doug and Stacy on YouTube. If you ever get to watch that, awesome show. They show you everything. Malia's with me. She's going to be my helper. So let's get started. First thing we're going to show you is something called a SCOBY.
SCOBY?
Yeah, SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And Tanya, if you can come up here and show that it started out this small. It was really, really small, but this SCOBY is alive. It's a bacteria yeast colony. So what it does, it eats off of black tea and sugar. And the more it eats, the bigger it gets and the stronger that your kombucha gets. Okay, very, very important. If you're going to mess with a SCOBY or any bacteria, is make sure you have what?
Hands.
Yes, you have to have hands, but what kind of hands?
Clean? Good hands.
Clean?
And clean.
Yes, clean. That's what we're shooting at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in here, I'm going to grab Mr. SCOBY. Don't be afraid of him. He's ugly, but he won't hurt you. Yep. He's like a big booger. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him
a little extra
a little bit of kombucha in there, because what this is going to be called for the next batch is called the mother. So let me go ahead and put it over here so everyone can see. It's like a big loogie floating in tea.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good stuff though. Okay, here's some other important things that you need. When you're making kombucha, you cannot use city tap water. Now, water from the fridge, that's okay because it's filtered. That's fine. But just like our water here in California, I'll probably get disability from it because it's really nasty water. But don't use it. Don't use well water or anything. Try to use filtered water all the time because Mr. SCOBY would not be happy. He would die. Okay, and another thing. Organic black tea. That's what you want to use. No Lipton, it has to be organic. So we use, on other recipes I've seen, they've used 7-packs, but I like using 8-packs. Okay, and as we said, for $4 right here, you just get one bottle of what they sell at the store. But if you calculate everything that we've put into this 1 gallon, we have, let me see, 8 packets of tea, we have some water from the fridge, and we have 1 cup of sugar. So I'm thinking about, what do you think, about 75 cents, Tanya? Something like that. So 1 gallon versus $4 for this little thing here. And my kombucha, this is my 6th batch of it, tastes a lot better than their batches.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to have to pour our kombucha into our bottles. Here's something different that we're doing. A kombucha you can make in any flavor that you want. If I had blueberries, if I have blackberries, any kind of fruit that you want, you can put in here. Because what's going to happen is when you pour this kombucha in with these raspberries, they're going to start eating the sugars on it. And that's good, because what's going to happen is once you're done, you fill it up, once you cap this, that kombucha is going to start eating all the sugars in this raspberry, and then it's going to carbonate. It's the same concept of when you make beer. It's going to eat and eat and eat, it's going to carbonate, and the longer that this is capped up, the more carbonation that you're going to get. And that's where you get your fizz from. So, what we're going to do first is take my sauerkraut masher. If you don't have one of these, get one. They're awesome. And I'm going to mash up my raspberries.
You guys are good to smash them.
You don't want to put them in whole, because if you put them in whole, you'll get the flavor and everything, but you're not going to get this pulp, you know, everything's broken up for you. But if you just put them in whole, they're just going to be whole and you're not going to get any juice from it. Alright, so let's get my spoon. Spoon. Alright, and we're going to put some raspberries in. Okay. So we're not beating a horse here.
Yeah.
Let's do something smart.
Yeah, like
A handy dandy
straw.
a straw. Alright.
I'm holding it.
Well, you're doing a good job. Okay, let's go to another bottle. Can you put it in that bottle? And especially when you're making stuff like this is, you know, always have the kids involved. Even if it's gardening, woodworking, because, you know, a lot of kids these days, they don't know how to do anything. The first thing they want to do is run to Walmart and we'll pick it up. Another bottle. So if you teach your children how to be self-sufficient, you're doing a good job because, you know, they have a leg up from most of the kids today if they know how to do things. All right, another bottle.
Little tricky.
Hmm?
It's a little tricky.
Is that a little tricky?
But I can do it.
I know, you're good at it. All right, another bottle.
Let's move these to the side.
You don't want to knock it over, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. All right, and one more bottle.
One more bottle.
One more.
One more.
So the people at work will be happy because they like the raspberry kombucha. So when I go to work on, say I have Monday off, when I go Tuesday, they'll be happy because they have some raspberry kombucha. All right, so the next thing is, go ahead and keep that in.
Yeah.
Yep, can you hold it like that?
Yeah.
All right, here's the fun part. This is where it gets really messy because
Oh no!
I can never do this without spilling it. So let me get a towel.
Oh no!
It's going to be horrible. All right, so we need to fill up the kombucha. Now the kombucha right now does have some carbonation in it, so when you pour it, you might want to, you know, just pour it slowly.
Oh no!
Yeah, see, it's already,
Oh no! It's
Fizzing
a
up.
monster!
it's trying to escape.
Oh no! Dripping!
Yes, it is.
Bubbling!
Okay, raise it up a little bit. So I think it's getting airlocked. There you go. Now hold it up a little bit. Let me see. If you can hold your hand about like that. Right there. Okay, you hold it just like that.
No.
Because if you don't, it's going to get vapor locked. Okay.
Oh no!
Look at that carbonation already. Alright, so let's move to another bottle. Okay. We'll let that die down a little bit because we can't put any more in that because if we do, it's just going to spill over. And kombucha, if you don't know what it is, it's a probiotic drink. Super duper healthy for you because the probiotics in your stomach, no, not yet, keep it in there, is you have good bacteria and bad bacteria. And with some of the processed foods that you eat, oh, there it goes.
No!
And some of the medications that you may take and everything, it can strip away the good bacteria
And timbers.
and leave bad bacteria. So you have stomach aches all the time. But if you start drinking kombucha, that right there will, you know, turn around for you. It should turn around for you. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just saying pretty much it's
That's enough.
supposed to be really, really good for you.
Oh no!
Alright, let's move on to another one. We'll come back to this one.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. See how it goes up and that one is floating and that stuff goes up? That's good.
Yeah, it is. Smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you still have it?
Yep.
little bit more on this.
Yeah, a little more. Oh, no, no, no.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and put it in this bottle right here. All right, with these bottles, they say that, you know, if you don't want too much carbonation, is every day when you get up in the morning, what you need to do is just go ahead and release the pressure. They say it can break your bottles and stuff, but, you know, I don't think it would. So 3 days, you know, pretty much is the max on these is, for 3 days, you're going to get some good carbonation, and then you can put them in the refrigerator. They're good to go, and they're ready to drink on the 3rd day. Or even the 2nd day. It's according to how much carbonation that you like. If you don't like a lot of carbonation, you saw how much is in there. You can just drink it as is right now. All right, ready to fill some more?
Yep.
Okay, fill in some more.
Oh, no, we gotta go.
Oh, I got to slow down, don't I?
No, 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 no.
Oh, no. Happened again.
It timbers.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm getting wet here.
Oh no, you've got a hard job then. Okay. Let me pour it slowly this time.
No. Stop.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's fine.
Stay back in.
That's all right. And this one doesn't have much carbonation in it.
Yeah.
So, or much fizz or head or whatever you want to call it.
No, no, no. Stop. Down right
No,
there.
Nope, nope. We're good. We're still good. Okay.
Stay. Stay.
Let's keep going.
We keep on going.
I never had this much trouble filling beer up.
Beer? It's not beer.
I know it's not beer.
Kombucha.
I know it's kombucha.
Don't call it beer. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's cool.
All right, so we're pretty even on all of these, and they're about shoulder width right there. So let me get an extra bottle right here, a clean bottle.
Yeah. A clean bottle.
I know I'm rinsing this out with city water and everything, but I'll be drinking this tomorrow, so it's not going to really hurt too much.
But it's totally fine. But fine. If you have these, do it.
All right, so I'll be drinking this tomorrow.
You should really drink it because it's really good for you.
Here. Are you sales pitching for me?
Yep.
All right.
Careful. Don't get it all the way. That's the bubble.
Look at all those bubbles.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, it's going.
All right. Ah, I was wrong. Guess what? We have this, so no big deal. I wasn't even paying attention, and we did have an extra bottle. So let's see if we can fill this up, and if it fills up all the way, that's okay. But if it doesn't, I still have it in this bottle, so that's still okay.
Yeah.
Way to go. The devil's in the details. We just got too excited, didn't we? All this kombucha flying everywhere.
Go a little faster.
No. Right there. All right, see? I would have had to pour it into this bottle anyway.
Yeah.
So, these bottles you can get at IKEA, and they're about...
Wait, you can put that waste in there.
No. We're going to leave this because look how cloudy that is.
Oh, yeah, we need that
You know what?
grow.
What is that called?
I don't know.
Mother.
Mother.
Yeah, just
Mother
like in your
Maya.
just like your apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Raw.
Mother Maya.
Just like Bragg's has mother. This is the mother of the SCOBY.
Mother Maya.
All right, but you can get these bottles at IKEA for what is it? $3? $3 a piece. I keep talking to Tanya and she won't talk to me. All right, so we're done with this. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cap these up.
No.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle.
Puzzle.
All right, so the capped.
Wait.
They already have carbonation, so these are going to be really carbonated.
Oh.
get it?
Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
Wait.
That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place these over here for now. And I'll wash them off here after a while, so they're not sticky.
You got the last one.
All right, the last one. Let's clean up this kombucha mess.
Yep.
All right, now, since we're at it, it's time to make more kombucha.
Yep.
This is the easy part, but it's a very important part that you have to do this step by step, because if you don't, you could kill your SCOBY. And the way that you could actually kill your SCOBY is I've already boiled some tea. I have 8 tea bags here that I've steeped.
And that will be really bad.
For 10 minutes. So 8 tea bags, organic, for 10 minutes. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, and tea bags, remember that you can put them in the compost pile as well.
Yeah.
That's our compost bucket, so pretty much all of our fruit scraps, eggshells and everything goes into our compost, and we have 2 big giant composters out there. That gives us compost for the garden.
Yep.
All right, so very important part.
Yep.
Remember, this is hot tea.
Hot.
You do not want this hot tea to get around your SCOBY because the SCOBY's alive.
Because it will kill it.
Yes, it will. It
And
will
that would
kill
be
it.
bad.
It will be bad because we paid $12 for that SCOBY on Amazon. So we have to buy a new SCOBY.
Yeah.
All right.
If you killed it, that would be totally very bad. And then you won't have it.
Okay. So since this is hot, it'd be a good time to put your 1 cup of sugar in. The sugar mixed with the tea is what the SCOBY is going to eat.
And that's good.
Yes, it is good.
And you wanted to do that.
Yes, we do want it to do that. Because once it starts eating it, it's going to make kombucha.
Kombucha.
So we'll mix and mix and mix, and I'm going to let this liquefy.
And you gotta mix it.
Yes, you must mix it.
For how many minutes?
Until it looks clear, and that looks like some clear tea right there.
Yep. So that's good because you want it like that.
And the water that came out of the refrigerator is very cold, but that's okay because it's going to counteract against this hot liquid right here. And the SCOBY doesn't mind it because, you know, a SCOBY can tolerate cold, but it cannot tolerate heat. So if you scorch your SCOBY, just go ahead and call Amazon back up. Order you another one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to fill it up to right there because I'm going to do the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb is, if you've ever heard that, it's a beer term that the monks used to check their beer whenever they were going to pitch their yeast, is they put their thumb in the beer to make sure that it was just, you know, warm to touch, and then they pitched their yeast, because if they pitched their yeast and it was hot, it would kill their yeast. So that right there is perfect. So I'm going to get Mr. SCOBY. He's big right now, so I need to actually divide them in half and start 2 batches. And I'm going to put them in. And I'm going to pour the rest of the culture in. So this is the mother. And that's going to really, really start this batch up. It's going to be like a rocket ship. Really getting started. All right, so I'm going to fill this up the rest of the way with the water all the way up to about right there. Because that pretty much did a quarter in size in just 1 week. So if I fill it up any more than this SCOBY's going to keep growing, and it might actually try to crawl out. All right, let me rinse my hand off real quick.
Yep. You gotta rinse your hands off before you do things.
This is cheesecloth. You do not want to cap this. You want to be able to let this SCOBY breathe. So what you'll do is get you a rubber band. This is a big rubber band. I've just doubled it up. And you put it on your jar, tighten it up so no flies are going to get into it, and that SCOBY can breathe. And this right here is going to sit, let me see, what is today? Saturday? So next Saturday, I can do the same process over again. So the SCOBY, or kombucha, is, once you have this SCOBY, you'll be making kombucha every week. So it's a very good drink, and it's very healthy for you. and it's it'll save you a lot of money if you like kombucha.
And it's yummy.
Okay, just like on YouTube and just like other channels, we like to pretty much give shout outs to other YouTubers and corporations and businesses that that help each other out. If you're in Sevierville, Tennessee, there's a farmers market that's on every Friday from 1 till 9. It's in downtown Sevierville at the gazebo on Bruce Street. So if you're in Sevierville on Fridays and you want to go to a farmers market on Bruce Street at the gazebo, it's from 1 to 9. But my cousin, she has a booth there. It's Bailey's Candles, Melts, and Gifts. I've seen her inventory, and if you want some candles or melts, gifts, I mean, these are really strong and they're good. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link in the descriptions, and also I'll have a new editor. Levi's going to edit for me, so we'll have her banner and everything on there, so you'll know what it is. It has her phone number and all the contact information if you're interested in it. So give it a try. And another thing that I always tell people that I'm a true believer of farmers markets, CSAs. The moral of the story is we need to keep things local. Buy local, stay out of Walmart, stay out of chain. If you can, stay out of just chain department stores and everything. Buy from the the little guy. That's going to build America back up. The economy will boom from it. So until next time, what we're going to say.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.